In my last video, I talked about how P. Diddy was an Illuminati agent. And what I meant by that was, I meant that there's evidence that he works for a pyramid structure, a chain of command that goes from him to UMG to a French company, which then works with the IMF and the World Bank to take over basically African countries. I talked about how the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank, that's what they've been created to do, is to give loans to third world countries and then take over those countries. When they can't pay back, then they set up plantations, mines, they take the water, they take the lumber, and they bribe the politicians to keep basically enslaving those countries. This isn't just in Africa, it's also in South America, Asia, and America is part of that same bank system. That $3 trillion debt thing that you see, that clock that you see constantly running, that is what the US government owns to the feds. The Fed is a banking system that lends money to the United States, and the United States then in turn pays back those loans with interest. This has been going on for a very long time, and it's a very Illuminati thing to do. Adam Weishaupt, the very first Illuminati guy from the Bavarian Illuminati, his famous quote was, "I care not who makes the rules in the nations as long as I control the money supply." So that's what the IMF and the World Bank and the Fed does. They loan out money to countries and charge mega interest, and when those countries can't pay them back, they take natural resources and things like that. It hasn't gotten to that stage yet in America because America is just too strong. But they do the same thing. They bribe politicians to take loans for wars that they don't need and all that kind of stuff. So that's where P. Diddy comes in. He works for a chain of command that is doing that in third world countries. The other thing that he does is he runs a blackmail operation similar to Epstein Island, where he puts certain people in compromising situations, and then he now has them in their pocket. Politicians, rap stars, judges, lawyers, whatever. And we're starting to see that this is true, because what's happening is we're starting to see now that throughout the years, all the things that he's been doing, he's been getting out of it because the police and the politicians have been looking the other way, and so has the media. So he's an Illuminati agent in that respect as well. The third thing that he's doing is he's GAT trafficking, D trafficking, and S trafficking. What we're seeing is being alleged, and lots of evidence is coming out, and that is also another intelligence thing. It's been well known that a certain organization that starts with a C and ends with an A makes lots of money from D sales. There's a really good movie out that came out a few years ago called American Made. It even has Tom Cruise in it, and it talks about the Mena, Arkansas, the guys that were flying down to South America and flying back with cocaine. So he is part of D, S, and GAT trafficking. But then the other thing that he's doing that nobody else is talking about is, I hate to break this to you folks, but rap, the music is a psyop. It is a mass media manipulation operation where it basically perverts people and promotes violence. African Americans in African American community has been talking about this for a long time, how it is such a destructive force, how it destroys their communities and stuff like that. But it is a psyop. The Nazis had a psyop called Worldview. It was their main thrust of their propaganda machine. And what they would do is they would control all the news media and promote a certain worldview. And if you think about it, that's what rap does. Kids growing up in these societies, in all societies now, grow up thinking that gun violence and de-trafficking and degradation of women is how life really is supposed to be, and that when you're raised on that, that's your world view. So rap is a psyop as well. Zbigniew Brzezinski, a big a politician and handler behind the scenes, he was an advisor to Carter, Ford, and Nixon. He wrote a book, wrote a couple of books about diplomacy and how the future of America should go. His one book he wrote, The Grand Chessboard, and I've read it, where he talks about how in order for America to want to invade a country like Afghanistan, there's going to have to be a Pearl Harbor type event that wants people to attack Afghanistan, a la 9/11. And he also wrote another book called Between the Ages, where he talks about how the other way that America was going to take over the world was culturally. They were going to use Hollywood and other media corporations to sell American culture to the world. And so now we see that rap isn't just an American form of music, it's all over the world. I see it in Brazil, Mexico, Europe, Africa, all over the world. Rap, the psyop, has started in America and has moved to other countries, and the powerful psyop purveyors have put out this perverted worldview music that assails the senses. You know, people don't realize that music calms people or it enrages them. It creates, you know, brain waves in your brain. So they've studied that as well. So that's where P. Diddy comes in. He is obviously an Illuminati agent. Go check out my last videos. I talk about all of this in all of my last videos. And he also is blackmailing and trafficking. Now we're talking about a CIA connection with a buddy of his, Corey Gamble, and we're going to see that he is also a handler. And we're going to see a friend of mine has sent me this video. We're going to watch it now. He told me that it shows Corey Gamble with all kinds of people, the Kardashians, and he's hovering around during some deletions that happened. So without further ado, we're going to get into it.
2018 documentary where Kanye calls Corey Gamble a member of the CIA, and he also says Cardi B is a plant from the Illuminati.
Yes, Corey's CIA. Like, he didn't even got to say it. I know it. CIA.
Not only was Corey Gamble extremely close to Kim Porter and Diddy, he was there. He was there when the coroners arrived to Kim Porter's house after 911 was called. Am I crazy? That's Corey Gamble, 100%. Not in the blue, the one right behind him.
Kanye posted a picture of Corey Gamble, Kris Jenner's longtime boyfriend. The caption reads, "God has a plan to remove the godless. Corey needed to never be here anyway." And I think he's a nice person. Not a great person, a nice person who used to be around Puff's family, then got around Justin Bieber, and then when Kris got divorced, he slid in.
It looks like Kanye West is being proven right yet again, and this time he's exposing none other than Kris Jenner's boyfriend Corey Gamble and his close ties to Diddy. Word on the street is that Corey might be one of those celebrity handlers with ties to government agencies, and his connection to Diddy goes way back.
But as far as Meek Mills, Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, fuck you. Hold on. Okay. All you fake hard niggas, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I don't get because you can't shoot nobody anyway, and the reason why you got to talk is because you did a deal, you fucking fed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta come at me, because part of the deal for you to be a do all that and get out of jail is that you promise that you gonna go pull my co-card. So y'all shut the fuck up about me.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything?
Yeah.
Starting to act different, huh? No, you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Correct. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
There was a time where I was sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything, and it was just an escape for me.
We all car. My car right here.
I can't see it because these guys just.
Hold on, let's find the car right quick.
My guys, I don't even know where I'm going.
Y'all got a Chevrolet or?
Alright, it's done. I can't even see where the fuck I'm going.
I have a feeling this man, Corey Gamble, is going to be part of the industry fallout that is happening right now. Corey Gamble was so close with Kim Porter, so close to the point that he has said that he helped raise P. Diddy's children.
Kris Jenner's boyfriend Corey Gamble is making headlines again for his connections with Diddy and some eyebrow-raising revelations about his past. Despite being with Kris for ages, Corey's past remains a mystery. But what's really wild is how he's seemingly tight with all these A-list celebs, from Diddy to Ellen DeGeneres, Jay-Z and Beyonce, and even Prince Harry.
Corey Gamble was seen leaving the scene of Kim Porter's death. If you don't know who Kim Porter is, she is the ex-wife or, the wife of P. Diddy that was, died of some mysterious causes that people are still circulating rumors saying that they don't know what Kim Porter really passed away of. It certainly didn't seem like it was some pneumonia or, none of this stuff. But, such is the case of Hollywood and celebrity life. A lot of these people die mysteriously, you could look at all of them. Brittany Murphy, every single one of them die of some sort of pneumonia-like symptoms, weird stuff, right? Now, let me just preface this as saying, this man, Corey Gamble, has come up a lot in the news lately. Now, when he stepped on the scene, I'm sure many of you guys were like, who the hell is he? And how does he get so close to somebody so high profile like Kris Jenner? How does he know so many celebrities? And he doesn't just know celebrities.
Corey Gamble has also had a long-standing friendship with Ellen DeGeneres, former television TV show host, and her wife, Portia. Even after Ellen DeGeneres' many, many scandals, Corey Gamble still remains very close friends with Ellen and Portia. While Corey Gamble was working closely with Scooter Braun hand in hand with many young pop stars, Corey would often post himself traveling on luxurious private jets. In quite a few photographs, private jets that Corey is traveling on look a lot like P. Diddy's private jet, which certainly would not be a surprise knowing that they go back so many years.
Chill out. Sorry, Jay-Z. Sorry. Take all the bullets.
Now, another week and another celebrity connection to the Sussexes. This time, Harry is spotted hanging out with Kris Jenner's boyfriend. Are they just friends, or is there some sort of commercial relationship here?
I highly doubt there is a commercial relationship there unless Prince Harry wants to disgrace himself even further. They were seen skiing together in Aspen in Colorado alongside the founder of Bumble and a few other kind of, I would say, B2Z list celebrities.
So what does Corey Gamble actually do? Well, word on the street is he might be playing the role of a Hollywood handler, and some folks think there's more to this handler gig than meets the eye, hinting at possible ties to government agencies. Take, for instance, Kanye's former trainer, Harley Pasternak, who worked for the Canadian military before becoming a Hollywood trainer. Harley threatened to have Kanye institutionalized, and Kanye later hinted at other handlers lurking in Hollywood, especially those around his family.
And the area that I was interested in was how drugs and food affect muscular performance. And
when you say drugs, was that like performance-enhancing drugs, or are they
all kinds of drugs?
Oh, right, okay.
So working for the military, I wasn't governed by the same laws that the typical person was, so I could look at the impact of certain drugs that are not everyday things.
This is a trainer, like
come to find out, he was actually Canadian intelligence, but this is my trainer. So this shows you the kind of handlers that are around the superstars in California, right? If Harley was part of intelligence, right, what kind of people you think are surrounding my kids? What kind of people you think are in that house right now?
I'm whipping her ass, and I'll explain to y'all later.
What?
I would whip her ass.
You would whoop Penelope's ass if she scratched you?
I would give her a spanking for sure.
My daughter? What are you talking about?
Scratch me
You
in my
would whoop
face.
my daughter's ass if she touched you?
No, scratch me.
You would whip my daughter's ass
Why not?
if she scratched you?
Why not?
A little 6-year-old girl? What the are you talking about?
That's the problem.
Stop it.
It's like glittery pink in the middle.
And if our mom expects
Honestly,
any commission out
good.
of this, she should have been here.
Kanye texted Corey something really rude. Kanye was like, I think it's weird, like we've never met his family.
That's weird.
You guys sit and talk to Kanye, and if you talk to Kanye, he's gonna put that up here and run with it.
I mean, it is weird. I'm not saying that
we're all different. How about you used to be weird? We all put up with each other.
Yes, it's Corey CIA. Like, he didn't even got to say it. I know it. CIA.
Now let's dive into Corey's connection with Diddy because they go way back. There are even some rumors floating around that Corey might be Diddy's cousin. We can't say for sure if that's true, but what we do know is that Corey's been rolling with Diddy's crew for ages. And here's a kicker. When Diddy's ex, Kim Porter, passed away under some seriously mysterious circumstances in 2018, Corey was right there at the scene.
Not only was Corey Gamble extremely close to Kim Porter and Diddy, he was there. He was there when the coroners arrived to Kim Porter's house after 911 was called. Am I crazy? That's Corey Gamble, 100%. Not in the blue, the one right behind him. Like, I don't even have a theory. I'm just confused. And we're going to talk about this in the deep dive, but Kim Porter, when she passed away, there was obviously discrepancies in police reports versus coroner reports. Another thing we know for a fact is P. Diddy had her entire home wired with audio listening devices and video cameras. Was her passing caught on camera? Does Diddy have footage of Kim Porter passing away? I just don't get it. How has this man been everywhere, have connections with everyone, but he is really only known as Kris Jenner's boyfriend?
A shocked and devastated Diddy spotted at the home where his ex suddenly and mysteriously died. Her good friend Kimora Lee Simmons appearing inconsolable at the house, 47-year-old Porter's body found after a desperate call to 911.
EMS 14, respond with engine 76 on scene of the cardiac arrest.
She was last seen looking happy and healthy with her ex and their children at this event just 16 days before her death. TMZ reporting she had been suffering from flu-like symptoms and possibly pneumonia, but an official cause has yet to be released.
But when you think about Kim, I was thinking to myself the other day, Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Heavy D was found dead, face down in the heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was gonna meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and then the next thing you know,
the book because I'm not a rapper, obviously, or anything like that, but I've been in the business and been around the business.
Some of the things in the book cover Diddy's gay relationships, footage of those encounters, the men he slept with, STDs, Diddy giving Usher an STD, and the explosive encounter between Diddy and Usher's mom, Mary J. Blige being pregnant by Diddy, and of course, she had an AB, the beatings Kim took, pushing him down the steps in 2007, and him breaking his foot.
Miss Kim Porter, who passed away due to alleged pneumonia. There's a lot in her body that's metal toxicity or metal toxins. I don't know if she was buried or cremated, but they should actually check her hair. They log this in the coroner's office. They usually have like records of certain things. They should actually log that, because she's like, out with it. Toxic metal exposure.
With all of the revelations that have come out about Diddy since Cassie's lawsuit, people are now circling back and questioning the suspicious passing of his ex, Kim Porter. And according to this blind item, he allegedly knew she was going to pass away before she did. And if you haven't watched my Diddy deep dive yet, you'll see that all of the blind items match up pretty much exactly with what Cassie claimed in the lawsuit, including R-word, trafficking, and abuse. For years, a few people have kept up the pressure about whether an ex of this rapper and mogul was unalived. Now, with more eyes focused on him, people have more questions. Why did he order a casket before his ex even passed away? And again, this is allegedly Sean Diddy Combs and Kim Porter. And the related headline from 2018 reads, Sean Diddy Combs lays ex-girlfriend Kim Porter to rest in her Georgia hometown. Combs arranged for Porter's casket to travel in a carriage pulled by horses during the public funeral, which was held at Columbus's Cascade Hills Church. Acclaimed pastor T.D. Jakes officiated the service. And if you watch the deep dive, you'll know what it alleged about Diddy and T.D. Jakes.
Shout out to Wendy Williams, the first woman to uncover the homo thugs. That's what these down low was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug. She talking about Diddy.
And then what's the stuff that's happening with Wendy Williams? Do you think this is all connection too?
Of course. They've been waiting. He's been waiting. He was waiting for Kim. Remember? He was waiting. The casket was ready. She was literally casket ready.
And you know what's really unsettling? Corey Gamble's close ties with both Diddy and Justin Bieber. With all the recent chatter about Justin possibly being one of Diddy's alleged victims, it adds another layer of suspicion.
Now he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full, buck full crazy.
We're going crazy.
Crazy.
Corey was, you know, Puff Daddy, Manny, you get what I'm saying? Then he was with Justin Bieber when Justin Bieber got in trouble.
There's definitely something fishy about Corey, but hey, the truth has a way of revealing itself eventually, so it's just a waiting game until we uncover the real Corey Gamble.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I don't even know what to say of that video of Justin. Oh my God. Oh my God. He looked drugged. That's all I'm gonna say about that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. So, it's all starting to come together now. We're starting to see that we have the CIA involved. We've got Illuminati players involved. That's why he keeps throwing up the gang signs. That's what they're doing. By the way, no one else is talking about this. I'm probably the only person in the whole world that's talking about rap being a psyop, mass manipulation event. The Kardashians are as well. Think about this. Social media platforms are just plugged into our kids and they influence kids. Who are the biggest social media influencers out there? The Kardashians. They have probably formed or sent hundreds of thousands, if not millions of girls in a certain direction, taught them. If you look at how many girls and young women are influenced by the Kardashians, think about that. And now they've got a CIA handler running around with them. Now we're starting to see the connections with everything. Rap is a psyop, and so are the Kardashians. Think about that. If what I'm saying is true, the world hasn't been operating like you think it has been. It's been a whole different thing going on. There's going to be a lot of people with cognitive dissonance over this, but now it's all starting to come together. I find it very interesting, and this is all I'm going to say about this. I find it very interesting that this is all happening during an election year. Stay tuned for more. I hope I've earned your subscription. We'll see you on the next Ultra Top Secret.